Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Ketubot, page 6, which discusses the situation where a person is preoccupied in doing a mitzvah that they are about to perform, and because they're so preoccupied in doing a mitzvah, so we say that you are exempt from other mitzvos. So we're talking about specifically when it comes to a chatan, a groom, that he is getting married and he is to consummate the marriage that evening. Because he has this in mind and he's about to perform a mitzvah, we say that the Shema, which is typically said each evening, does not need to be recited on this evening. Because, again, he's about to perform an action, a mitzvah of consummating his marriage with his wife, and therefore, because of that, we do not anticipate that he could have the proper mindset to be able to say the Shema and to be able to pray as one typically does with kavanah, with proper thought. Now, the Talmud also here tells us it's only when he is actually going to do an action. But if he is just preoccupied and he himself is not doing a mitzvah, that situation we say he is not going to be exempt. He still has to do the mitzvot. So, for example, if a person finds out that he has a lot of cargo on a ship, and unfortunately, due to the turbulent waters, the ship is sinking. So certainly he is filled with anxiety and worry, but that is not a reason for him to be able to be exempt from the Shema or other mitzvot. He still has to. Furthermore, when a person is in the status of avelut, in mourning, which is certainly something in which he is distraught, thinking over his lost relative, nonetheless, he is obligated to do all of the mitzvot with one exception. Only tefillin is the exception. But otherwise, a mourner must do all the mitzvot. And we learn out from here, according to this interpretation, that there is a distinction, again, between having preoccupation in your mind and actually doing a positive action, doing a mitzvah. Then we say, okay, fine, then you're exempt. However, if you're just preoccupied in your mind, but you're not doing anything, you're not accomplishing anything, in that we say no excuse. You have to continue to do what you're obligated to do. And this is an important message for us, that we know that there are sometimes that we're so preoccupied with things, we may be filled with worry and anxiety that it may very well cripple us from being able to move forward. Here, the Talmud is telling us that even though you may have a lot of stress and worries and things bothering you, you should still continue to do the mitzvot. You should still continue to move forward. By you allowing yourself to remain in that status of feeling incapable of doing anything, you're actually not helping the situation. Better that you should stand up, move forward, despite the difficulties that you may be having, to try to find the inner strength to be able to move on.